Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Today we're going to be talking about 22 revolvers, specifically the Ruger Wrangler versus the Heritage Rough Rider. Just a quick comparison between the two, the differences and the similarities, and why you may want to choose one over the other when picking a 22 revolver. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say that neither one of these two guns are really what I would call heirloom quality guns. In other words, they're budget guns. You can get them for $200 or less, and they're made out of what I would consider to be subpar material for a good quality gun. But that does not mean that they are not good quality for what they are. So let me just kind of explain what I mean there. Well, the Heritage Rough Rider, you have a single action revolver, and of course you have, with this gun, you have the 4 clicks, so that's kind of cool, kind of old school. The material of the frame and the, basically everything but the barrel and the hammer and the cylinder, and maybe the trigger, I'm not sure, but basically everything else is like some kind of a zinc or aluminum or some kind of other soft material. Typically what you'll see like a Saturday Night Special made out of like a Raven Arms or Jimenez or one of those guns. The frame is basically made out of that, and that's how you get a light gun. That's how you get a cheap gun. I believe I got this particular one for $124 from Bud's Gun Shop several years back. And this is the 22 only version. So you just open the loading gate there and you can check it for check to see if it's empty. You have a safety right here. You pull it back. That little red dot is for fire, if the camera will actually focus, but there's a little red dot there for fire. You flip it up and it's on safe. It's like a hammer block safety so that the hammer will not fall all the way down on the firing pin. This particular one is I want to say it was like a 4.5-inch barrel. Has this one is 22 long rifle only. You can get them in 22 Magnum as well, or like a convertible with an extra cylinder, and you can get them in like 9 shots, I think. So that's kind of cool. And as far as I know, they all come with some sort of wood grips, whether they're this kind of Cocobolo looking wood grips, or if they're like a laminate wood, or something like that. It has a blued cylinder, blued barrel, and then the hammer is stainless steel, maybe? It looks like stainless steel, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is stainless steel. Has some nice checkering on the hammer, if the camera will focus on it. Let's see, will it focus? Yeah, nice checkering on the hammer, but that's really the only place you have checkering on this. You have like the smooth grips, and it's just a single action revolver, so there's really no other place where you would have checkering. Anyway, that's the Heritage Rough Rider. Oh, and of course you just have your basic trench sights, which is typically what you have on most of your single action revolvers. So that's the Heritage Rough Rider. The Ruger Wrangler is, I would say it's a little bit higher quality. It has an aluminum frame, a cylinder frame, grip frame, everything like that. The steel barrel, steel cylinder, steel hammer, and I believe the trigger might be steel as well. If it's not steel, it's aluminum. But basically all the important parts, just like that gun, are steel, and all the other parts, the frame and everything like that, is aluminum. And it is Cerakoted, and you can get these in all different colors. And this is silver. They make them in black and burnt bronze, and I think maybe like flat dark earth, OD green. They make them in purple, red, pink. I don't know all the different colors, but there's several different colors. Most of them only come with these black plastic grips, but you can put the Ruger single 6 grips on them, so you can get some nice wood grips. And there's a plethora of grips out there that fit this revolver that are Ruger branded or aftermarket grips, so that's nice. And of course, Heritage Rough Rider also, you can go to Heritage website and get, they have several different types of grips there as well. So that's kind of cool. You can get grips, all kinds of grips for both of these guns. Also has some nice checkering on the hammer. This gun does not have the 4 clicks, it has 2. And on that second click, or the first click rather, it doesn't lock. That's just the sound that it makes as it's being cocked. This has a transfer bar safety, whereas the Heritage had a thumb safety, a hammer block safety. I much prefer this over that because that's a little more traditional. In order to check it, see if it's clear, you open the loading gate. You don't have to cock it or anything. You just open it up and spin it, and it spins both directions. Now, when I first got this gun, that loading gate was really, really stiff, and this cylinder was really, really stiff to turn. It was almost like it was not, it was almost as if it was not at spec. Like it was a little tight, but after a little, put a little oil on it and shot it a bit, it has loosened up, and it spins pretty freely now. Now, the Ruger only comes in 1 barrel length as far as I know, so it's like 4 5/8 or something. It's a similar barrel length to that one. However, that one, the Heritage, you can get in several different barrel lengths. You can get them in bird's head grips, and you can get them in a few different finishes. And, obviously different grips and stuff like that. Ruger, you're pretty much stuck with the same looking gun, just different colors, and then one of them offers wood grips, and of course you can buy wood grips. But other than that, it's basically the same gun, same barrel length, same type of grip. Everything is the same, just the color is different. However, it, in my opinion, is a little bit better quality gun than the Heritage. It has a better safety mechanism, so no manual safeties you have to worry about. I like that. It is a little bit more expensive. Typically these can be had for like $200 or like, $185, $190, somewhere around there. I had a bunch of gift certificates, so I ended up paying like $80 for this. So my money, actually, I spent less money on this gun than that gun, so that was kind of cool, considering I think this is a better gun. But I will say that I've shot both of these guns a lot. Well, not a lot, but I've shot them, taken them out, shot them several times, and they're both very fun guns. They are about as accurate as you are. Now, with a fixed sight gun, it's pretty much where it shoots is where it shoots. The Ruger, I think it either shoots a little bit left or a little bit right. I don't remember. The Heritage, it's been a while since I shot that one, but I think it's pretty spot on, depending on how far away you are from your target, obviously. And neither one of these are really like what I would consider to be precision guns. I mean, they're typically sub $2,000 guns, so you're not looking for pinpoint accuracy, and really it's a .22 revolver anyway. You're probably not going to get good pinpoint accuracy out of it anyway, but it is a nice plinker. I wouldn't really go as far as to say that it would make a good hunting gun, but you might use them to be a critter getter every now and then. Maybe carry it on around your property, and if you see a snake or a mole or something, you might pop it with one of these, and it would be just fine for that. There's really nothing else that I have to say. So which one would I personally choose? Well, I personally would choose the Ruger over the Heritage. One, because I'm biased towards Ruger. They're my favorite gun company, but I also just feel like it's a little bit better of a gun. Oh, one thing I did not mention, the Ruger only comes in 22 long rifle. The Heritage Rough Rider can come in 22 long rifle only, or it can come as a convertible. I have heard that you can take a Magnum cylinder from a single 6 and put it in this and it'll fit just fine. However, Ruger does not recommend that because the single 6 is a steel gun and this is an aluminum gun, and that higher pressure 22 Magnum round might cause damage to your aluminum frame. So that's why they don't offer it in a 22 Magnum. And if you look here, the cylinder does not have any fluting in it. Traditionally, a 22 long rifle cylinder has fluting in it, whether you're talking about the Heritage Rough Rider or you're talking about a Ruger single 6 or, I think the Ruger Bearcat doesn't have fluting, but, like the Chiappas and the U-Birdies and all those other single action 22s traditionally have the fluting on the cylinder, which is a more traditional look, but that, to me, that doesn't really make or break the gun. I think it's a good looking gun either way. And of course you can get them in all different colors. You can get the wood grips from the single 6, so you can get all kinds of grips for it. And like I said, I just think it's a little bit better built gun. It does not have a manual safety. It has the transfer bar safety that all the other Rugers have, which in my opinion is better than a little toggle switch on the Heritage. And really, I guess that's all I have to say about these two guns. Now, will I think that you're less of a gun enthusiast if you get a Heritage Rough Rider? Well, no. Obviously, I have one, and I quite enjoy shooting it. It's a great gun to go around plinking with. It's a great gun to teach your children on for teaching handguns. So it's not a bad gun. It's just not really a super high quality gun that's going to last for years and years and years. If you put a lot of rounds through it, it's going to wear out faster than a much higher quality steel revolver, or probably even faster than the Ruger Wrangler. But again, the Ruger Wrangler's probably not going to last as long as a Ruger single 6 or any of the other steel framed guns out there. So anyway, that's the Heritage Rough Rider versus the Ruger single 6. I think they're both really fun guns to shoot, and if you have $200 or so and you're looking for a good plinking gun, check either one of them out, and I think you'll be happy with either one of them. So, subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.